What is up, guys? It's Swimmer here, back again with some more Great League action. Today I'm going to be using that same team of Azumarill, Ferrothorn, and Deoxys that I was using last time. So I had a day or two where I was making some really bad choices with my battling, so I just had to take a day off, and uh, fortunately I wasn't losing too much. It was just I knew that I was making poor decisions. So gonna come back today and hopefully I'll be able to make some better decisions. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so getting into the first matchup here, and we come up against Meganium. This is really bad for Azumarill, so I've got to get out of there quickly, so I swap right away into Deoxys. Going for those counters, they're going to get off a Frenzy Plant here. I'm going to let the first one come through. Don't really need to shield the first one. Going to build up a little extra energy and then go for Rock Slide. I don't want my opponent to know exactly how much energy I have. So I get the Rock Slide, and then going to shield the second Frenzy Plant here. I want to try and go for back-to-back Psycho Boosts. So building up some extra energy, going for Psycho Boost now. This will either be taking out the Meganium or getting a shield. We do get a shield, and unfortunately they are able to get the charge move through, so I'm going to double shield here and go for Psycho Boost. I'm not sure that investing 2 shields is the best call, but I really want to win switch advantage. So 1 switch advantage, and it's a Lantern in the back, so no reason now not to just go for Psycho Boost. I'm already debuffed as much as I can be. So not doing very much damage, obviously, but I don't want to give up switch priority. So gonna have to tank that. Bring in Ferrothorn, and they're probably gonna switch out. They do in fact switch out into Toxicroak. So this isn't looking too great for me. Those Sludge Bombs are going to do a ton of damage. So he does get the Sludge Bomb off, does a lot of damage. Going for the Ice Beam here is likely going to be drawing the shield. And I'm not likely going to get to another Ice Beam, except that he tries to farm me down for energy. So he gets greedy, and as a result, I can get to 1 more Ice Beam to get him super low. So this is really good for me now. Neither Mud Bomb nor Sludge Bomb would do that much damage, and 1 Bullet Seed takes him out. And then I have a Power Whip ready for this Lantern when it comes back in. And that's going to take out the Lantern. So that was really good for me. Lantern had a ton of stored energy that it never got to use, and there was just my opponent got a little bit too greedy in trying to farm down the Azumarill. So jumping into the second match, we catch a Marowak. So I actually want, my opponent pauses, and I want to pause the video just for a second. So because it's Marowak on the lead, Ferrothorn has a terrible, terrible matchup against Marowak. So I am going to blind switch into Ferrothorn, but then it's important that I don't win against whatever they're bringing in too hard, because if I do, Marowak can just come in and farm me down for energy, and then he's going to be way ahead of whatever comes in. So I don't want to win too hard, so I'm definitely going to beat the Clefable. Just going to go for a Power Whip rather than a Flash Cannon, hoping to get a shield. We don't get a shield, so now I'm just going to farm a bunch of energy. Don't need to shield this charge move. Ferrothorn's not going to help me against that Marowak. So going to keep charging. Want to make sure I have 2 Power Whips, and then I'm going to drop them back to back. So going for this first one, if he lets it go, then there's not much, but he actually shields, so I'm able to get a second Power Whip off before he gets that charm in, and I'm sure he was hoping that 1 more charm would take me out, but that's really good for me because he just spent that shield for nothing, and I maintain switch priority to get this matchup. And then I'm going to get, again, swap when they swap. Want to keep that Marowak against my Azumarill. That's definitely going to be my win condition. Not going to shield on Deoxys because I think Azumarill is ultimately going to be more important for me this fight. So going for the Rock Slides here. Up a shield, so going to get 1 more Rock Slide off here. I probably will shield a Play Rough here just to try and make sure that I'm able to come in with a decent lead on this Azumarill. So gonna go for a Psycho Boost. We do get to the Psycho Boost. This will be getting the Azumarill very low or getting the shield. We do get the shield, so that's great for us. They swap, so I swap instantly and drop the Hydro Pump. So this is going to one-shot the Marowak to take it out. And then their Azumarill doesn't have enough health left to really threaten me. I may as well shield, so go ahead and shield the Play Rough, and then I'm going to get to a Hydro Pump. Ice Beam might have taken it out from this range, but Hydro Pump definitely will, so that's a good game. Yeah, so in that match, it was really key for me to keep Marowak against Azumarill. Ferrothorn is disastrous for Marowak, or Marowak is disastrous for Ferrothorn, and Deoxys defense isn't great against it either. And I really didn't want that Marowak to be able to come in and farm down a whole Ferrothorn's worth of health, and then have 2 Shadow Balls almost ready for whatever came in. So that was really good. Catch a Stunfisk here in the 3rd match. So this is an interesting one. It's a Mud Shot variety, so this should be a little bit better for Azumarill, because we're not going to be taking super effective damage from the charge moves, or from the fast moves, sorry. Discharge coming through. I want to go for the Ice Beam bait, and then I want to switch out so that I don't have to shield the discharges on my Marill. So I'm going to switch out into Deoxys. This is totally fine to let this hit me. Discharge isn't going to do a lot of damage to Deoxys, would have done a lot more to Azumarill. And then I'm building up to double Psycho Boosts. So we go for the 1 Psycho Boost here. He's going to let it go through. Go for another one, and he does an excellent swap into Altaria to save the Stunfisk with a lot of charged energy. And now I've double debuffed myself for not a whole lot. So I'm going to go for the Rock Slide. Still going to be doing some damage, but you can see not very much. Going to switch now back into Azumarill and going to shield the Sky Attack. Sky Attack does a decent amount of damage, getting to the Ice Beam. Going to drop the Ice Beam here. This is going to be taking out the Altaria, and then they're going to drop back-to-back discharges on me, probably, and I'm just going to let the Azumarill go down. It's done its job. It took out the Altaria, so we can just let it fall here. And then Ferrothorn's going to come in, and Ferrothorn against Shiftry is an interesting matchup. I'm going to not shield in case he's baiting with Leaf Blade. He does go for the foul play. Going for the Flash Cannon here. And he actually does not shield, so I can swap into Deoxys now and counter him down before he gets to another charge move. And then I'm able to counter down the Stunfisk as well. So good close match there. Would have been a lot closer, I think, if that Shiftry had shielded the Flash Cannon, but I think I still would have been able to get to a second Flash Cannon before the Ferrothorn went down. So, really good match with my opponent there. Alright, coming up against another Meganium lead, so this is not great. Got to get out of there as quick as I can. Going into Deoxys, and they bring in the Registeel, so this is okay. Going to shield the first Flash Cannon. And I always overcharge against Deoxys on the fast moves to make them think that I have Thunderbolt, hoping to get them to shield. They don't shield, so they don't take the bait. Gonna again overcharge, go for the Rock Slide. And they do shield this time, so that is good for me. I'm gonna let this Flash Cannon come through. I think I can probably take them out before they get to another one. So overcharge again, go for the Rock Slide here. This probably is enough to take them out, but they actually decide to shield, so this is really good. I'm now safe to shield this one. I want to win that switch advantage because I can't have Meganium against Azumarill, and we are able to take out the Deoxys there. And they come in with their own Azumarill. So I'm going to Psycho Boost, do a little bit of chip damage. And then this is a really tough call for me when Deoxys goes down, because obviously Ferrothorn is the matchup I want, but that leaves Meganium against Azumarill. So we're going to go ahead into Ferrothorn and hope that we can win anyways, but unfortunately, I'm overcharging because I'm expecting the swap, and then I go for it and they swap anyways, even though I was overcharging. So this Power Whip does not a whole lot here. Really unfortunate. Gonna go for the Flash Cannon. We go get the Flash Cannon off, and then I definitely think I should have swapped here to sack the Azumarill, basically. But they are able to get to the Earthquake, and they've got a Frenzy Plant ready and waiting as well. So definitely a mistake on my part not to swap there to sack the Azumarill, because now I'm not going to be able to get to 2 Hydro Pumps, which is what I need to take out this Azumarill. So going to get to the 1, going to get him fairly low, but he's going to get to a Hydro Pump now, and this is going to be GG. So really great play by my opponent. I definitely needed to swap out of the Ferrothorn once I'd dropped the Flash Cannon. And if I'd done that, I think I would have been able to win that match. Alright, getting into the last match here, just waiting for an opponent. So we got one now. And we come up against a Ferrothorn. This is another bad lead. Got to swap out into Deoxys as quick as I can. And he's staying in a little bit longer than I thought, so I got some decent counter damage on him. Gonna let the Power Whip come through. And then they bring in their own Defense Deoxys. So gonna go for the Rock Slides here. They get off their own Rock Slide first, that's fine. It's not gonna take me out. Getting in a Rock Slide against them does a decent amount of damage. Gonna go for another Rock Slide now. And here, no need to use shields here, so we've actually gotten them fairly low, and they use some energy here, which is great for me. So I'm going to come back in with Azumarill, and I need to farm for a lot of energy, because I know that Ferrothorn is coming in, and I know that I need to chunk it down with my own Azumarill. So I'm actually going to bubble down all the way, because I don't think they have Rock Slide. So we had a little bit of Thunderbolt, sorry. We had a little bit of lag. They got off another Rock Slide here, but that's totally fine. I've got basically 2 Ice Beams saved up, and it is the Ferrothorn coming in, so I'm going to be able to drop 1 Ice Beam, and then 1 more Bubble, and then I'll get another Ice Beam off, which will actually be doing some decent chip damage to the Ferrothorn. And we get a shield. So now we're going to swap into our own Ferrothorn. We don't want to give them the chance to farm us down for energy. We're going to shield the Flash Cannon. We've had 2 shields, so had to start using them sometime. Drop our own Flash Cannon here. And they are shielding, so though I think they've probably got something weak to Ferrothorn in the back. But I'm not going to shield this. I want to make sure that they do first. And dropping another Flash Cannon here. This is going to be taking out the Ferrothorn. So we get the Ferrothorn out of there now, and we see what's coming in, and it is a Stunfisk. So this is great for me. Nothing that Stunfisk has really threatens Ferrothorn, and I've still got a shield. So I may as well go ahead and toss the shield. Going to be a Mud Bomb, but which wouldn't do a lot, but no point not using it. Going to be another Mud Bomb coming in here probably. And you can see that doesn't do a lot of damage. And I'm able to get to the Power Whip and take out the Stunfisk. So another good match there. Good plays by my opponent. The real key to that one was over-farming on the Azumarill to make sure that I could get off 2 Ice Beams against the Ferrothorn. So that was a good set of 5. Managed to win 4 of them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.